Having one of those days where nothing goes how I planned. Things I'm going through, nobody really understands. Well, I've been kicked, well, I've been down, but I live to fight another round. Yeah, I stood my ground, and I'm stronger now. Well, I keep fighting, I won't be silent. So many chapters in my life that still need writing. I just keep driving, keep my eyes on the horizon, knowing soon I'm gonna find that silver lining. Just like Daniel and the lions, David and Goliath. The devil says I'm done, but I won't buy it. Will I survive it? Have you ever been forgotten about or left behind? You wanted to run, decided to stand and fight. You played the fool, you've been abused. You might not have a thing to prove, but I hate to lose. So I tell you what I'm gonna do, but I keep fighting. I won't be silent. So many chapters in my life that still need writing. I just keep driving, keep my eyes on the horizon, knowing soon I'm gonna find that silver lining. Just like Daniel and the lions, David and Goliath. The devil says I'm done, but I won't buy it. Will I still fight it? I just keep fighting. Will I still fight it? I won't be silent. So many chapters in my life that still need writing. I just keep driving, keep my eyes on the horizon, knowing soon I'm gonna find that silver lining. Just like Daniel and the lions, David and Goliath. The devil says I'm done, but I won't buy it. I won't buy it. The devil says I'm done, but I won't buy it. I won't buy it. Will I still fight it?
Good evening, guys. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Well, we figured out a new path. We're exploring still. And we came up with the idea of putting together a political party. And I think that might be a good solution to our problem. But it's going to take a long time. It's going to take not this election, but the next election. And so we're going to work on that. One way or another, the idea is to correct this country. Get a hold of this government and correct this country. So it's going to be a big effort on everybody's part to accomplish that. So we have no choice. One way or another, we got to lick this problem. And the big problem is that's the enchilada. So if that's the way we got to do it, I guess that's what we got to do. Because one way or another, we've got to do something about this friggin' government. And I think, rated the juggler, I think that's the only way, you know? So we'll see. But I'll tell you, this country is in such bad shape right now. It's just horrible, terrible. So, one way or the other, the fight's still on. And it's going to keep on until we get this thing, solved somehow. Because we got no choice. We got no choice. You can't just roll up and forget about it. You can't just ignore it, So we got no choice. One way or another, we've got to fix this. Got to fix this, guys. So that's the only option. There is no other option that I can see, okay, other than ending up in jail. I've explored other options. And one is going to take too long. It'll never accomplish what it should be accomplishing. I mean, I doubt it anyway. And the other is you could end up in jail. So we can't, we've got to watch kind of what we're doing here a little bit. I mean, these guys are professional, whatever, anyway. But they're not out doing us any favors as far as a government is concerned. They're out for themselves. They're not out for us. Okay, we got to bear that in mind, okay? We got to get this corruption out of our government. Because if we don't, we're going to keep going on and on and on and on, and pretty soon we won't have a country left. But not this election, but the next election, that gives us lots of time to prepare. Okay? Lots of time. We got to get this corruption out of this government. Because we can't keep going on like this. One way or the other, we've got to make an impact. A big impact. And it's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be long. But we got no choice. What choice have we got? Roll up and just say, okay, you can continue doing your thing, No. We got to figure out some way to correct this. So, it's going to take you, and it's going to take me, and it's going to take all the rest of Canada to realize that we need to solve this problem. Okay? Once and for all. And that's the only choice we got. I think. As far as the fight goes, that looks like the big choice. Now, we could sit here and whine and whine and whine about this and that, about the government. We all know what's going on. They're ripping our country apart. So, I mean, that goes without saying. They've been doing it for a long time. So it's now up to us to go clean it up. Once and for all. That's the whole enchilada, baby. That's the whole thing. Because, I don't know. We can't do it violently. Can't do it maliciously. You'll never get anywhere that way. Protests are good. At least it gets an awareness out there that we got a problem. A big problem. So we got to take care of it. It's our country. Nobody else is going to do it for us. We can't ask Trump to come in and do it. We got to do it, guys. We got to step up to the plate, and we got to do it. 12 weeks in Paris, nothing gained exactly, but they hurt a lot of people. But no, they're stepping up. I mean, it's defiance. That's a lot of people upset with the government, okay? They're trying it their way. We're going to try it our way. It's going to be a little longer, a little harder. But I don't want to see people getting killed. Right now, we've got people dying on the streets because of being frozen and so on. Well, I can't say it's not doing well, okay? I mean, they're giving them a hell of a fight, okay? And they got no choice either. I mean, one way or the other. I mean, one way or another, we got to tackle these damn corrupt governments, okay? I mean, they've gone too far with this bullshit, over taxation, and not enough proper social programs and everything else. I mean, the lists go on and on, okay? And they're standing up to it, and my hats are off to them. I mean, you got to say that, okay? One way or the other. I mean, we're doing everything we possibly can to get the message out there that enough's enough. You look at Trudeau, enough is enough, Now, if it's going to take us 4 years to do this, or however long it takes to get that next election, then that's what we got to do. It's never gonna, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's never gonna be done, hasn't been done before, where a guy like me puts together a party and goes for the jugular. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen it. All I've ever seen is conservative and liberal and peace. No, what's the other one? NDP and all that. That's all. Well, enough. We gotta make a move, and we gotta, do it. We gotta get something done. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep going round and round and round this fucking miracle bush, and it'll never get accomplished. So I'm gonna need a lot of support from you guys. A lot of support. And we gotta support each other. We gotta stand together on this, because any way you look at it, okay, it's got to get done, all right? You can't keep letting these guys do what they're doing, taxing us up the ass, like, fuck. Really. It's unbelievable. I mean, when you're barely living paycheck to paycheck, and when you're coming up to retirement, you look back on it and say, what the hell it was all for? Really, what was it all for? So I could be a slave to the government financially? We got to make a change, guys, okay? It's that simple. It may take a while, but eventually we'll get there, okay? But we just got to stay strong, positive, and on point. And this is got to be done. It's that simple, okay? Or we could just sit back and not do anything. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit back idle and do nothing. I had enough of that. Okay? One way or another, I want to get something done. Okay? And I'm going to call on you and everyone else to help get it done. Share this out there. Get the message out there. Get people involved. That's the biggest problem we got in Canada, is getting people involved. Because if we don't get involved peacefully, then we'll never get there. And we've got to get there. Eventually, I don't care how long it takes. We got to keep going and keep going and keep going. One way or another, somehow, some way, it's going to happen. Somehow, I don't know how exactly all this stuff, but, we got to get it done. Join with me, fight with me, whatever, okay? In getting this done. Because people are dying in the streets, starving in the streets in Canada. It's going to get worse, okay? It's going to get worse before it gets better. Believe me. It's going to get worse. In the next 3-4 years, you're going to understand how much worse it's going to get. And you'll get involved. Or you keep taking it. Exactly, that's me. I can't be bought. They already tried that shit. Some cop already tried buying me off. No. Not this time. Not this time. Not this time. I'm not that kind of guy. I ain't gonna get into that. I would rather be out driving a truck, okay? If I have to put on the brakes and fight for 3 or 4 years to get this done, not this guy, okay? I want you to understand that and believe that, because I'm deadly serious, okay? I'm putting my life on the line here because those guys are so fucking corrupt. There was another guy out in BC who was running and stuff like that, I understand. They blew him up in his car. Another guy they beat up in a bathroom. So we ain't talking no chump change here, guys. We're talking about a corrupt government, okay? They're gonna do everything they can. They're gonna lie, they're gonna cheat, because that's what they are. Criminals. You know? It's not gonna be easy, but it's gotta get done. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't care. I am sick and tired of this crap, okay, from this government. I am just up to here. I've had it, okay? And no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes, or what I gotta do to get these motherfuckers the hell out of here, that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you're with me, you know? Because we just cannot keep going on and on and on, around in the circles again and again, and every 2 years or year, it's another tax. How much friggin' money does this government need to keep throwing across the ocean to other countries other than this country? You know, and then bringing in all these migrants to flood our economy so bad that it's almost at the breaking point. You've got people living in the streets. They're taking migrants, putting them in our jobs. You know, teenagers don't have a job anymore. You go to any fast food outlet, right across the country. Do you see any Canadian teenagers in there anymore? No. I've been across the country. I know. Okay, any Tim Hortons you go to, any McDonald's you go to, any Burger King you go to, you go look around. Do you see a mix of people in there? No. We're being sold out we're nothing. Okay? It's sick. You know, what do they expect our teenagers to do? Where do they expect them to work? Have a job while they're out of school, like a summer job. Where do they expect them to go? They even canceled that program. Okay? A guy was froze to death in Edmonton a couple nights ago. Homeless, froze in the streets. Enough is enough, guys. We gotta get this done. I don't care what it takes. You know? This is just too much. No, enough is enough. So that's the new path. And it's going to take a while. It's going to take a lot. Okay? It's going to take a lot. But I'm not the guy that's going to get bought off, first of all. I've been on the streets. I know what it's like on the streets. Okay? I know what those people are going through. And it ain't pretty. And any of these politicians that ever got in there, any of them, go back through your history, 30 years. You ever seen one of these motherfucking politicians get elected in there and say, okay, let's do something for the poor people. Let's help this enormous problem we have on our streets of homelessness. You know? Exactly. We're going to suffer. We're suffering already. But it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Okay? So you got to be prepared for that. I'm telling you right now. You have to get prepared for it. Because, I don't know, there's something in the winds, my friends, that it doesn't look good. Okay? It doesn't look good at all. They got migrants able to buy guns. I mean, these Muslims, okay? No picture ID, just an ID card. going in to be able to buy a gun. No picture on it. That's what I've heard. Okay? And you tell me how secure you are now. You know? And they're buying up a lot of guns in this country. Okay? It's almost like a dynamic shift of bullshit. This is not right. This is our country and we're being invaded. Okay? That's what's happening. And it's going to get worse. So, be prepared. Try and be prepared. You know, as best you can. Because it's not pretty. These guys are up to no good. I don't care who you elect in there, Scheer or fucking Trudeau or any of them. They're all in on it, okay? That's why Trudeau has never been charged. Never, I mean, there's a case file open on Trudeau in the RCMP, you know, for criminal activity. Yeah. Okay. You know, so I mean, it's terrible. They act like they're above the law, these motherfuckers. Okay. You know, for all the crimes that they've done, ruining this country, even Fort McMurray. You know, don't forget about that. You know, it's terrible. Absolutely insane. Absolutely terrible. Outrageous. You know, when I found out about that too, I couldn't believe it. You know, burn our own people out of Fort McMurray so they could put 10,000 Muslims up there and the biggest mosque in North America. Okay? Yeah. Don't tell me that wasn't an inside job. Okay? It's right there as plain as fucking day on your face. You know, the burn marks are all inside job. It's controlled burn right into the settlements. You know? Oh yeah. It's not good. Not good at all. They're so corrupt it stinks. You know? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can't believe it. And they think we're that stupid. Really? Or do we look that fucking stupid to you? No. There'll come a day, guys. There'll come a day. You work with me. We're going to get this done. Well, you can always roll up and give up. That's okay, okay? You can always roll up and give up. I'm not of that caliber. You know, you can always roll up and forget about it. And turn the other way like it's not going to happen, you know? Well, I know it's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it myself until I looked at it and figured it out. And people can always turn the other way and not do anything, okay? But I'll guarantee you something right now. Mark my words. Mark my words, guys. It's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse. You think it's worse now? Give it another year or two. Okay? Give it another year or two and see how much worse it is going to be. And I'm leaving this video up. You can check back on my words 2 years ago. It's going to get worse, guys. Not better. Okay? Not going to happen. It's not going to happen, or it's going to get better until we take control of it and fix it. That's the only way it's going to get better. Yeah, I guess Canadians do look pretty stupid, eh? But no, Canadians aren't stupid. We got bamboozled by our own government. That's not us being stupid, okay? That's them getting into power. They have that little sneaky way of doing their shit, but nobody stood up to them, okay, until now, you know? Exactly. Die with dignity rather than die in disgrace. I agree with that totally. So, You know, I agree with that totally. I would rather die with dignity than die in disgrace. Exactly. I would rather die for my country. And I, against these corrupt crooks, I'd rather die for my country than die in disgrace. Exactly. That's right. We're not that stupid. We know what's going on. We got bamboozled, is what's going on. We got bamboozled. Conned. Big con job. Been going on for years. That's why I put the brakes on. That's why we're going to stop this madness. Okay? We're going to get something done about this. One way or another, you know. And it's going to take a while to do it. It's not going to happen overnight. I guarantee you that. Unfortunately, you know, it's going to take a while. It's too bad, you know, that we can't fix it tomorrow. But unfortunately, that's not the way it works. So we have to figure out some other way. Yeah, well, so I put it out to you guys. Either you guys help, you know, get involved. The time for bickering is over. We've got to focus. We got to focus on the path of getting this corrupt government out of there. We got to focus on that. Okay? And we got to work towards it hard. We got to work hard on it. And it's going to take a while. But that gives us time, really. Gives us time to you know, get it together. Enough time to get it together. And we can do it. You can do anything in this world you want if you put your mind to it. If you put your heart and soul into something and you really believe it, you'll do it. Okay? That's, you know, the way it is. That's our human nature. That is human nature. You want to strike, you want to do something, then do it. Okay? Work with it. And eventually, it's going to pay off. Eventually. You know, if you do it right. Okay? If you do it right, it'll pay off in the long run. I hope. Okay? But that, again, depends on us as far as getting it out there, getting the word out there. When we get started, when we get rolling, we got to work our fucking asses off, guys, because this is going to be a big challenge. I shit you not. It's going to be a big challenge. It's not going to be easy. I ain't saying it's going to be easy. Okay? But no matter how you look at it, we have no choice. Or we could just keep taking it. And I'm done with taking it. I'm done with that. No more. Well, that's only if people rise up and do things maliciously like the FLQ back in the day in Quebec. That's what his dad did, okay? As long as everybody stays peacefully, nobody can do shit. If he does that, that's bullshit. Then we could call in U.S. Yeah, we've got to stay peacefully. And if he pulls out shit on us, then we call U.S. in here. Then, you know, country in distress. And, you know, that's the only other option. Can't go. He's got most of the guns, you know. No, Canadians aren't that dumb. I mean, when you put a task in front of Canadians, as long as it's a righteous task, as long as it's a righteous thing, I find that Canadians will get involved. Okay? If it's something harebrained, half-assed, stupid shit, no. But if it has a cause and if it has a purpose, Canadians believe in it, they'll do it. And when they do it, they'll follow through with it. You know? So, that's why I say it's up to us. It's up to us to do it. If you gotta want it bad enough, you're gonna do it. Yeah, I understand. That's okay. Don't matter. Let the trolls say what they like. I really don't care. If they want to be stupid, go ahead. Be a stupid person, okay? I don't care. She's mentioning about a troll. And if you want to be a troll, you go ahead, be a troll. I don't really care. Your opinion don't mean shit to me, Mr. Troll. You can go ahead and troll all you like and be all you like. It's freedom of speech. Go ahead. Be a troll. You know? All the power to you. But come in a few years, very shortly, a couple of years, we'll see how much you're trolling then. You know? Right on. So, everybody has the right to their opinion. But it's those that are trying to be malicious with it. Whatever. It's, where was I? Lost my train of thought there. Where was I? Oh yeah. So come in a couple of years, we'll see how you're trolling then. You go ahead, keep your shit up. Why would we fight for Canada? How stupid is that? Don't you live in Canada? I mean, come on. I mean, really? Exactly. We own Canada. Come on. We live here. It's our country. If you don't want to fight for your country, so be it. Whatever. You know. But I tell you, if we don't win, and this shit keeps going on, it's going to get worse and worse. It's not going to get better, guys. It's not going to get better until we finally get a hold of this and do something about it. Okay? Because it's going to get worse. Haven't you seen what's happening in Germany and Sweden? No-go zones. Districts you can no longer go into or you get the shit kicked out of you. Okay? Swimming pools. You like to go swimming? Well, they go to the swimming pool, the migrants, and they're not like we are. They accost the ladies, the little girls, in the swimming pools, because they're fucking rapists. Pedophiles. Go ahead, jump in the pool. Then tell me, you're gonna sit on the sideline. You know, 2 years? Yeah, you mark it, 2 years. I don't know. Probably, who knows? It doesn't matter. Whatever. Can't go in the pools. Can't go in certain districts. You get the shit kicked out of you. Go look at the news, buddy. Go do some homework. Because it's happening. It's happened. It's already happening in other countries, okay? And if you're gonna be blind to it, that's being pretty fucking stupid right there. If you don't see what's coming, that's being stupid, okay? That's like taking a knife to a gunfight. Oh, I don't have to prove anything, buddy. You just sit back and wait. Go ahead, sit back and wait 2 years. Go ahead. We'll see. We'll see who's talking shit then. Because in 2 years, it's going to be worse than what it is now. It's already happening. It's already happening. A van in Toronto, they get into a van in Toronto, rent a van in Toronto, and start mowing people down. There's been shootings by these guys. Another one shot a cop in Vancouver at a SkyTrain. Another one rents a fucking van in Edmonton. It's already happening, you fucking bozo. But it's gonna get worse because he's bringing in all kinds more. We've got homeless people out on the street because these motherfuckers are in hotels put up by the courtesy of our government on our tax dollars. And you don't think it's already worse? What planet are you on, buddy? Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Exactly, it's happening in Canada now. It's already been happening. Open up your eyes. I'm telling you, it's going to get worse than it is now. 10,000 Muslims up in Fort McMurray. Why don't you go take a trip up there on a nice Sunday drive and see what happens? You know, go on, go ahead. Let's see if you make it out of there alive. They're already making kids wear this hijabi day or some shit on their heads. Fucking retarded. That's Canadian? That ain't Canadian. That's horse shit. Propaganda horse shit. Making kids wear, and this kid was getting beat up by his father because he wouldn't put on, or she wouldn't put on some hijab thing. Was getting beat. It's in the news, buddy. Wake up. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's in the news. In the news, give me a minute. Sorry about that. So, it's already in the news, all over the news, what the shit they're doing. It's already out there, guys. Okay, guys, well, I think that's all I got to put in there today. So I have a GoFundMe page on Facebook. If you want to donate some money to the cause. Yeah, get your kids out of school if they're in there. Yeah, that's good advice. Because do homeschooling. But get prepared. I have a GoFundMe page on my Facebook page. If you can go in there and donate some funds. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. Okay? We're going to stay in touch. And we're looking at other things. So send me a friend request on Facebook if you haven't. Okay? And let's get involved, guys. Until next time, I'm just getting the word out there. So stay involved.